Okay, guys, we are back with another Country Wayne skit review, and that whole skit thing where Shayla and Amber was in the spa with Ernestine and Tamara. That whole thing, I literally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really was scamming through it, scamming through it, scamming through it. One thing I did know is that Ernestine was not telling a lie when she was in there. She was telling the truth, and Amber, dumbass, is just sitting there, just being dumb as fucking ever, just being dumb as fucking ever. And if she didn't catch on to, if Ernestine wouldn't have came, Shayla was going to set her up with Tamara again, knowing that them two don't get along that well, and just to be messy again. That's what she was planning on doing. Shayla was planning on doing that until Ernestine popped up. So I am so glad that a lot of stuff that Ernestine said to Shayla, she need to hear. She need to hear the shit. Okay, I don't care how many times you want to keep walking away from it. You don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. It's the truth because and I'm just not getting where Wayne is coming from when you keep trying to force them two together. Where in the real world this fucking shit happens? It don't. It don't. You still trying to keep forcing these two together for what? For what purpose? Okay, what to show that yeah, she's gonna lie down with a snake again? Yeah, because that's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. She's ready to divorce Anthony, but she'd rather be friends with Shayla. You're gonna divorce Anthony, your husband, but you're gonna become best friends and family with Shayla. That's what you plan on doing. Which that makes no sense whatsoever. Makes no sense whatsoever. And that whole thing that's pissed me off. That's why I was just scamming through it, scamming through it. The whole thing with Ralphie and Ashley, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming because, like I said earlier in my earlier review, sometimes the third parent needs to just mind their business. Just mind your business. Let them two handle that shit. If they need to come and vent to you about some shit, let them hear they vent, but let them handle that shit. Because at the end of the day, what they're gonna do is whatever they're gonna do it amongst themselves, and then you might end up being turned on. So just leave that shit alone. Just leave that shit alone. Jocelyn is too desperate that she's just pushing it too much. She wants it too much, and she gotta let it go. Let it just happen. Let it just happen, and it will happen. But just let it just happen. But you don't go and buy no little kid no $1,000 bracelet. And the problem is nobody sees that. Ashley just didn't bring this up. These parents came to her. And with her being a principal of a school, you know how embarrassing that is that for somebody to tell you your son is being inappropriate? That's embarrassing. So no, they need to understand that, and Jocelyn needs to just let it go, just let it go. And then Ralphie goes over there and tell Mike that she just doesn't get it because Jocelyn sat there and said she don't, and nobody, once she becomes his wife, nobody is going to be she's not going to be playing second fiddle for nobody. Okay, and this is the whole thing. Okay, you got to look at it like this. Okay, in the Bible, it does tell you God, wife, and then your fucking kids. Okay, that's what it tells you in the Bible. Ain't that right, baby? And that's how we always lived our life because at the end of the day, me and my husband always talk on the notion that when them kids get older and they get their own damn family, they're going to be saying, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I got my own damn shit to worry about. I ain't got time to worry about y'all. That's why me and my husband is always with each other. We got each other. Okay? Them kids could get mad and they could try to separate us and try to divide how we think about stuff. It don't work. It don't work. Y'all too grown. Y'all manipulation ain't strong enough. It's not strong enough for us. We done been there, done that. We done did worse manipulation when we was younger. Okay, so you ain't doing nothing that we have not done. Okay, it's literally just like when Philly goes out there and Philly wants to sell them oils. Remember, Philly was out there selling oils. A lot of people was over in Philly was selling oils. And they was like, oh yeah, this is the hottest thing right now. Jersey did that years ago. Jersey did that bullshit years ago. And that's the same thing we tell them kids. Your manipulation you doing, we did that shit years ago. We did make it so bad. Our game was so tight. We actually, what the little manipulation you do don't even affect what we was doing. Okay, we was doing high top shit. Okay, high quality shit. You know, especially my husband. Oh, He had brothers and sisters, but he walking around with damn gazelles of every color and shit. That's manipulation, okay? That's manipulation of his finest, okay? So I'm just saying. He always asking me about. He always asking me, "Did y'all ever do this?" And I'm like, "No, I grew up in a one family household. You grew up in your ass in a two family household. Get away from me." Shit. He just was looking at me like, "Don't be talking about me over there." But anyway, but Jocelyn just needs to actually just let it flow and it will come natural. I want Dom to find out about Lisa and Sonny and just let Dom walk away from Mike. Just let her walk away. You doing shit, Dom, that you ain't never had to do before. You sitting there trying to set up an old fucking lady for money. Miss Glass, you never did that shit before. Never did that shit before. You setting up, you stepping down into Mike and into Mike's zone. Why? Why? When you could just leave that broke ass fucker alone, it ain't like he gonna keep that money down. He ain't gonna keep that money because somebody gonna scam him out of it like they always do. They gonna scam him out of that money, and what he gonna end up doing is be broke again. Be broke again. So let him go over there and be with Sonny. Now they can actually do the whole full triangle. Sonny, J Mo, Melissa, and Mike. They could do a whole full triangle. Mike, Melissa, Sonny, and J Mo. There you go. Okay. But cause y'all know who I want. I want her with Greg. Y'all can say, oh well, no, I want her with Greg. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say, but I want Dom with Greg. Okay, I want her with Greg because I want the storyline to begin when Sonny find out that her father is dating Dom, and that might be your stepmom. Okay, and I don't think Dom gonna be able to have kids really. And so her and Greg could go adopt a kid. I don't know, but anyway. Um, then Ron and Sade, because Sade finally told them what happened with Jocelyn and everything else. I'm sorry, do anybody actually go and report shit to the police? I'm just sorry. Why is not shit not being reported to the police? People put their hands on people and they don't go to jail. And I'm not talking about Lynette and Bethany. Bethany needed her ass whooped that day. Bethany needed her ass whooped. But I'm just saying, people that slap people at funerals, they still walking around not going to jail. People that put their hands on people and they still sitting around walking around still not going to jail. Like, let's be realistic here. This is why our culture in a way is so fucked up. Because we sit here and we will call the cops and we will actually put law enforcement and shit when it don't belong. But with the shit that it do belong and we don't say nothing. We don't do shit. We don't do shit. And this girl is still, you could see that Sade is still having PTSD about that moment in her house with Jocelyn. Okay, she's still having PTSD about that. And now she finally told her cousin, but both of them is from Jersey. First of all, y'all can say what y'all want about the South, but Jersey don't fucking play. Jersey do not fucking play. And so Sade is down there by herself, and she got certain family members down there, but that's it. Like, don't worry about it. Karma gonna get them. Karma gonna get both of them, Ralphie and Jocelyn. Karma is fixing their asses right now. Karma is fixing their asses right now, Sade. So don't worry about it. And when she finds out that Ralphie's gonna say to her, "Well, you'll never be above my son." Like, I'm sorry, you would never be above my son. And I think people who, if it's your own kids, like, you would take a different stance on it. But when it's somebody else's kid, that's you feel that you need to be. And I'm like, no, you really need to go by what the good book says. You really need to go by what the good book says because you don't pick and choose then. You don't pick and choose. And life is you gotta live life to a certain extent of, well, you gotta live life, first of all, not to a certain extent, you gotta live life according to that Bible, according to the Lord's plan. Because like we all say, we might be Lord blessed, but we are not Lord we're not all on the Lord path to actually meet up there in heaven. We are not. We might think we're gonna meet there, but we're not. Okay? So I just feel that you guys is living marriage life right now when you're not really married. These are discussions y'all can have once you marry. But this is not like you guys are trying to live marriage life and you're not really like married. And please explain to me. Because they keep saying Jocelyn rich. When did Jocelyn become rich? She owns a bunch of Airbnbs. She never owned a house. But she owned a bunch of Airbnb. She owned a bunch of sneaker stores and clothing stores and stuff like that. Again, never saw her own a house. Never seen her in the house, except for the house that Ralphie bought. And you used to be a drug dealer. So all your money is from drug deals. So make this make sense for me. Yeah, but you turned your money into legit money. Okay, fine. But at the end of the day, don't make it seem like Jocelyn just like this big time rich millionaire. Like when did that happen? When did that happen? Because before she was out in the street doing J Diva shit. So we'll see exactly how all these is gonna go. But Amber has been like I had to step away because she's dumber than dumb. She's dumber than dumb. And soon Shayla started talking sideways, I would punch her right there in her damn face. I would give her another, let her know, okay, so the old Amber's still here. I would punch her right there in her damn face. That's what Shayla needs. She needs to get punched in her face again. But again, Wayne not gonna let nobody touch Shayla. Shayho, no, Wayne gonna make sure she becomes the star of every episode that she plays in. She's gonna become the star of every episode. Nothing, no karma is gonna ever happen to her. He's gonna make sure of that. So, and the shit is getting sickening. The shit is getting sickening. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to Talk at the Table. Let's chat. Continue to like, share, and subscribe, and continue to leave your comments. I am Tasha, and we're going to keep this rolling to the next skit review. I am about to call this a night for tonight, and we're going to see you in the morning.